We will end inflation and make America affordable again. We're going to get the prices down. We have to get them down. It's too much. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down. But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast, not only with insurance, with everything. So tomorrow, I will end inflation. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices.
End inflation, slash your prices. It's coming down. It's gotta come down. It's coming down fast. Oops, I didn't really mean that. But you guys bought it, didn't you? You voted for me because, you're suffering economically. And I could see that. I'm a perfect con man. I could see that. And I could appeal to you in that way, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. And of course, the I in this case is Donald Trump. He's already backtracking from what I think is fair to say is his most core promise, most appealing promise is, I'm going to fight inflation. He said it over and over and over again in simplistic terms. And there was certainly enough there that if you wanted to, you could realize that he doesn't actually have a plan. He doesn't care or know about how to do that. But now he's being clear. When he was asked if his presidency would be a failure if grocery prices didn't go down, he said, I don't think so. Look, they got them up. I'd like to bring them down. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. It's very hard, but I think that they will. He was asked about what would happen with tariffs. He says, I can't guarantee anything about whether it would affect prices. He says, I can't guarantee tomorrow. Have times changed for the rhetoric of Donald Trump? Is this a new form of the weave? Back before the election, everything is super clear. It's gonna happen. It has to happen. It's gonna happen fast. Now, I don't know, man. Life is complex. What are you gonna do? And so what he's doing there is trying to get his crowd, get his fans to preemptively fall in line, to agree ahead of time when he fails on this, because he will fail on this. We won't be too mad at him. This is why we elected him, but it'll be okay. Even if it doesn't happen, we'll for some reason care less about it than we did under Biden. I think that is a losing strategy. I think Biden discovered how hard it is to get people to ignore their economic suffering. And I hope that people stay consistent now that Donald Trump is doing it. What do you think, Brad?
I mean, this is one of the tricks of why people say that like the Democrats are the party of the college educated and the elites and not the working class. It's just, I think, to a large extent, this this is the there's nothing in his economic plan that would ever have led to lower prices at the grocery store. And pointing that out somehow makes you elitist, but it's like, I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just like, this is like, he's a tariff guy. Tariffs only ever raise prices, period. Unless the threat of a tariff overrides someone else's tariffs and you both get rid of your tariffs, but now you're in free trade territory. Like Trump only makes it as expensive to buy something overseas as it does to buy American, but that doesn't lower the price of the American good. It raises the price of the overseas good. Like that's it. If Trump had said what many Democrats were saying, which was like, okay, right now as it is, the companies are making record profits. In today's tariff environment, you're paying more, and it's not like the companies are breaking even. You're paying more, and they have record profits, which means nothing about tariffs right now. We can get to that to protect American jobs, but they're just overcharging you. That's why it's expensive. They're just over. That was not Trump's argument. And so couple that with like, does it take like a Harvard or in my case, a Stanford degree to know, in John's case, a graduate program, to agree to see that like, Donald Trump has lied his entire life. In fact, his fans' defense of Donald Trump is frequently, don't worry about him, he's just lying.
Yes.
And he lied, but the difference here is he didn't lie about like where he made his suits and whether this Trumpy bear has his hair in it somewhere. He's lying about his central economic presence. And guess what? I don't want to be the snobby elitist who said, I told you so. So I'll just say like, yo, okay, great. Now that it played out the way I said, I don't care if there's pride. I'm not asking you to swallow your pride. Just like, let's move on. He was never this guy for you.
Yeah, I hope that people I hope that people can realize it. I hope that they can. I think he's being super obvious. And that's
Yeah.
why we're putting so much time into tracking these promises. And I think it can maybe crystallize if we provide a contrast. So if you are a fan of Trump, if you are excited about what he would do, we just showed you how he went from being this is gonna happen to it's really hard or whatever. But the interesting thing is he's not talking that way about everything now. Not everything is, well, the future's uncertain. Who's to say? He's still certain about some things. I'll tell you one of these things, and you tell me if it would actually benefit you. So he was asked at this time, a Person of the Year thing, are you going to push for any major legislation in your first year in office? Yeah, sure. What will that be? Well, we have to extend the tax cuts very importantly. I think it's a very important thing. And our Secretary of Treasury has been really well received, as you see, by the stock market, et cetera. But very important, we have to extend the tax cuts. See, back when he was trying to get elected, we have to cut prices. Now, no, we still have to cut taxes for the wealthy. We still have to make sure that millionaires and billionaires pay less. We can give them what we promised economically. The check is still good for them. The stuff he promised to you, that was all contingent. That all fell away. I guess over Thanksgiving break, you were with your family. You didn't notice that he was shredding all the promises he made to you, his actual voters. And so he can still be sure of himself and his plan when he wants to be. He just doesn't seem to want to be when it benefits you and your family.
Right. So what you should do on this show is to make a list. It doesn't have to be the I told you so list, but it's like the Trump is not for the people and I can prove it list. I started making one. I mean, the first one was like, he's for the Teamsters, but like driverless cars, Elon is his main advisor. Like, no, he's not for the people. The grocery prices thing, he's hiding crash reports from Tesla. Conservatives protect across the whole thing about the insurance industry, the health insurance industry, all the conservatives kind of being like, listen, we should protect the CEO even though people are going bankrupt. Overdraft fees, he's trying to increase overdraft fees for people and then extending the tax cuts to rich people. But like, I think you need a physical sign or a whiteboard or something with all these things on it so you can just pull it out when another one happens and remind people over time, he's just not for you on any of this. I understand, I guess, why people went from voting for Democrats to him, but like they're probably for these reasons that he's basically just whipping out. Like usually most people have max 2 middle fingers, but he keeps finding more hands to flip you off with.